welcome back to my channel. I am Nicki.
And we have a guest.
I am a homeschooling mom to an only child going in the 3rd grade. This is
Molly.
Molly. All right, so today we want to talk to you about our 2nd grade read alouds and a little bit about them. So if that is something that interests you, then keep on watching. All right, so this year we successfully read a ton of read alouds. We did really well. So the first read aloud that we did this year was the Wild Robot series. The 2 books, book 1 is The Wild Robot and book 2 is The Wild Robot Escapes.
But there's a 3rd one coming out.
Yeah, the 3rd one is coming out in September of this year, which we are so excited to pick up and read. What did you think of these books?
They were really good. It was really, amusing. A lot of drama.
We loved Roz, who's the robot, and we loved all the other characters in the woods or in nature. It was a really cute series. Forewarning, there is some violence in this. There are guns and there are where they want to kill. But be cautious in choosing, for your kids. But this was really cool because they do have extremely short chapters. They're literally only like a page or 2, and that was really helpful for having bedtime reading because the chapters were not that long. But we really enjoyed the story of Roz, the robot, and all the things that happen in the wild with Roz and her family. Next, well, let's just put a rating on it. What would you rate the Wild Robot series?
Any rating you would put is fine with me.
How many stars?
50.
Out of 5?
10.
Out of 5?
5.
5 stars?
Mm-hmm.
So full star rating here. Next we read The Secret Zoo. So this book was about a siblings and their friend circle who kind of go in search for one of their friend circle people that are missing. And they discover the secret zoo. So this was a really cute book. The chapters were somewhat short, but not overly short. But this was really fun. It was a fast-paced mystery with a lot of excitement. What did you think about it?
It was pretty cool to see polar bears and penguins.
Yeah, so there's a lot of animals in this book, as you know, it's a zoo. So it was really fun to watch the excitement unravel in that. Next up is we did read Poppy with the Moving Beyond the Page books, and we really enjoyed Poppy, right?
I'm reading the 2nd book of the
3rd one.
No, the 2nd. I'm reading the 2nd book of the Poppy series right now.
Oh, yeah, you're reading Ragweed and Poppy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's a lot in the series, and because she loved Poppy so much, she wanted to read all the other books in the series.
I already read the 1st and the 2nd.
Yeah, so she's these are age 8 to 12 books, and a lot of cycle of life kind of thing, but really cute. We enjoyed it. 5 stars. Oh, how many stars?
15 or 10.
Out of 5. How do you not know our scale by now?
48. Okay, fine, 5.
5 stars, 5 stars. All of our books have been really enjoyable.
And way more than 5 stars, that's for sure.
So the book that I don't have with me is Charlie and Frog. We tried to read that book and we wanted to incorporate it because it does have American Sign Language in the book, and it is primarily how I believe they're on a mission to find a person who is hard of hearing, and isn't
it probably named Frog?
Yeah, we didn't get really far into the book.
We mostly quit the book.
Yeah, I quit the book because it seemed inappropriate language for what I was looking for the book. The parents in the book are awful, and the grandparents are not much better. They're kind of really awful to Charlie, and it just didn't feel good reading it, so we quit it pretty fairly early on, and we just never picked it back up. So if you can power through that, I don't know how much it is throughout the book, but it was not comfortable reading it. So I don't have that book because I did give it away, but I don't recommend Charlie and the Frog. So next up, we read around Christmas time in the month of December. We literally finished this book Christmas Eve.
Just on Christmas Eve we finished it.
Yeah, so we finished it just in time for Christmas. It took us the entire month of December, as it is a very thick book. It is a J.K. Rowling book, if you are familiar with their style. But we really enjoyed The Christmas Pig. It was pretty funny, and it was suspenseful because you didn't know what was going to happen next. And it took you on a pretty fun journey of toys and like the different zones of like when a toy gets lost, how they go into
this place, kind of like, I think it's called Lostville or something.
Yeah, it was like they had different levels of like being lost. So they were like ones that were remembered, or toys that were remembered and they typically disappeared because they were remembered and they were found. And then there was ones that like a paper clip like is not going to be a toy or a thing that like someone's going to like be like, oh, I need to find my paper clip. They'll just grab another one. So like there's different levels of like things, and it was really fun. And they had things that like took things away, and they were like trying to escape, and it was a lot of excitement piled into this book surrounding the pig who gets lost.
And I think it would be a very good book around December, and I think your kids will really love it.
Yeah, so 5 stars.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed The Christmas Pig. Next up, we read, is this like, what, did we not read any other book after? Oh, we did. I don't have that book either with me once we got it from the library, but we read Where the Mountain Meets
the Moon.
The Moon. I wasn't the book is good. I loved the message behind the story of kind of what wealth means to this family. They come from not a whole lot of wealth, and at the end of it, she learns that like wealth is not all about the money. But so it had really good bones and really good story. I thought it was a bit wordy, as I felt they could have condensed the book a little bit, and still gotten the point and story across. So what do you rate Mountain Meets the Moon?
5. I'm just gonna put 5 because I'm not going over 5. So.
But you liked it a lot. Yeah, overall, I really liked the book. I just thought it was a little bit worried and a little bit too long than it needed to be. But it was a cute story of a girl who wants to meet the man on the moon, right?
Excuse me, that was even though the books are long, you still should enjoy the story. You know, right?
I did enjoy the story. I just, as an adult, I could have appreciated some of the weird, fluffy things that were in it that I didn't feel needed to be in it. But it's this little girl who is trying to find wealth for her family and goes on this.
And her name is Minley. That's not really giving away, so I thought I'd say that.
Yeah, Minley. Who goes on an excursion through the mountain to try to find...
the
Man of the Moon?
Yeah, the Man of the Moon. I was like about to say the Man on the Moon. I'm like, what? I can't.
We could even be wrong. I forgot a lot of the details of that book. But anyway, we did really enjoy it. It's just, yeah.
And The Christmas Pig was the longest book we've ever read, probably.
I mean, they're kind of all even with each other, except for Poppy was our shortest. Yeah. We did read Sarah Plain and Tall as well. And what do you rate Sarah Plain and Tall?
5. Oh, I gotta write that down on my April of reading too.
Yeah, 5 stars for Sarah Plain and Tall. That was with Moving Beyond the Page unit study. We did really like that book. It was a short, quick read. But the story was nice about Sarah on the farm and like the family connection there. It was fun to go and do some of the activities of like creating a wife wanted ad. So that was fun to do. Lastly, we literally just finished this before filming because we wanted to include it in our books for this year because we finished it in our 2nd grade school year. But we just finished Pet Heist. I could rate this 1,000,000 stars. I loved this book.
Me too. I want 1,000,000 stars too.
Yeah. It is so stinking cute. The
drama.
What else?
A bit of violence. Kid had a bit of gun in it.
Yeah, but not a lot.
Yeah.
It was like a mention of guns.
Criminals.
Yeah, the pets become criminals. But it's really cute. It's lighthearted. It's funny. They have really funny liners, especially for adults in this. But it was great, and like I would probably recommend this to everybody. The only
you continue, and then I want to show the book for a second.
The only thing that I did not love is that the chapters are really long. Let's just give an example here. So chapter 5 starts on page 30 and literally goes to page 48. So that's a lot of reading if you're doing this before.
That's like 18 pages.
If you're doing this before bed, it's a lot of reading in a chapter. So it took us a little bit of time to get through this book because the chapters were so long.
And this is a thing that is a little bit telling about it, so you might like it. It shows a story sure to charm children who like to imagine what their beloved pets are up to when they are away.
Yeah. So the very beginning of the book, their owner falls and hurts themselves and gets taken away. So they literally are up to no good while she's gone, and so many things unravel from there. But it's really cool to see like how they conversate as like, you know,
criminals,
as their owner is gone, and like they don't know what to do with themselves, and they're, you know, trying to relate to like stuff they've seen on TV. We really enjoyed Pet Heist. I highly recommend it as a read aloud for you and your kiddos, especially if you guys are really big pet families. You will really appreciate this book. So that is it, my friends. This is our giant stack of read aloud books with 1 or 2 books missing: Sarah Plain and Tall and Where the Mountain Meets the Moon.
Yay!
So I cannot believe we read that many books in a year, but we did, and I am excited for our read aloud choices for 3rd grade. If you did not see that video, I will have that video posted down below. You could check out our next year's read aloud books.
And we read 6 books in a whole year for read alouds.
Yeah, except we're missing 2.
So, yeah.
So how many is
8.
that? Yeah. So we read 8 books. All right, this is Molly and me coming into you to give us our honest opinions on our book choices. And that is it, my friends. If you like this video, please leave me a like. Let me know what read alouds you absolutely loved in the comments, because we are always looking for recommendations on books.
So truly right.
Yeah. So, and if you are not subscribed here, please subscribe down below for any future videos of mine. Hit the notification bell and that will alert you of any future videos of mine. And I'll see you in my next video.
Bye.
Bye.
And